I can't get it started until you come, please. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Committee on Seniors and Veterans Affairs. We'll get started. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Kinlock has requested an excuse. Commissioner Killeen. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Here.
Commissioner Kniezek has requested an excuse. Chair Scott,
Present.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you so much. And now I would like to be able to get approval of the minutes of February 23rd.
Move their approval, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Killeen. And Commissioner Baker. Thank you so much. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. All right, we will get started. There is no unfinished business.
Did you have any
Madam-
remarks?
Oh, I have no remarks. Thank you. Okay, next item, please.
Item 1, under new business, a discussion from Lisa Whitmore Davis, Director, Senior Services Department, on new developments in the department.
Thank you, Ms. Whitmore Davis. Glad to have you here on this Old Americans Day. Yes. Can you help her with the mic, please?
Again, good afternoon and happy Older Michiganians Day to everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Chairman Scott. And I'm joined today by two of my colleagues, Joan Servakis and Maisha Haddon, who are part of our leadership team in the Department of Senior Services.
Very good. Welcome all.
Thank you.
Sorry,
And-
we are short of a couple people, but
Well, as we know, in senior services, the show must go on. And
Yes.
that is definitely what we have been doing over the past couple of years. And we're just really excited today to come before you to bring an update around some new developments and how we are working to serve older adults in Wayne County, as well as to increase the quality of life and decrease the isolation that the 2 years of the pandemic has brought forth for older adults, especially those who participate in our program. Next slide, please. So at Senior Services, due to the pandemic, we have had to reconfigure how we provide meal service to our older adults from the beginning in 2020, where we went to 1 day serving frozen meals, to a progressive return to cold. And today you'll learn about how we are returning to hot meals, but we've increased from 1 day to 2 days to 3 days, and how we will share in our remainder of our presentation, how we're going to go back to not the old way, but the new way in this new time that we find ourselves living in. Also, we found that as a result of COVID-19, we had an opportunity to take advantage of ways to improve our capacity and our efficiency in the department, i.e. everything was done by paper. So when we were shut down, we couldn't engage with one another to pass paper, to pass information. We had to move and leverage technology, and you'll hear more about that today as well. And then the lessons learned, things that we realize that we can do better and that we want to do better, as well as the return on investment of our of our CARE dollars and the general fund contributions that we add to our Meals on Wheels grant, as well as quality improvements. And one of those quality improvements that I've spoken to you all before at other commission meetings, but what is really important to me, when an older adult is missed and their meal is not served, we will be able to have real-time activation and notification of when that someone is omitted by human error or whatever error, we're able to address it right away versus someone going days or even not even calling to let us know that they were omitted. So I'm really just pleased to be able to bring forth my colleague. First, Joan Savakis will talk about our return to HOT, and she will be followed by Maisha Haddon, who is our department manager, who has led the project team around the technology rollout in our department. Joan?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Lisa. Joan Savrakis, Division Director, Senior Services Department. It's really, really great to see everyone in person for the first time in over 2 years. And thank you for the opportunity to come and speak in front of the Senior and Veteran Committee.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you. The transition to hot meals, although it sounds simple, we realized that it was really quite the Herculean effort to transfer from 5-day hot meals served at the congregate as well as the home delivered setting to 5-day frozen meals. We thought that was difficult, but actually to return back to the hot meals took quite a bit of planning. We began a few months ago. We surveyed our volunteers, which are the heartbeat of our organization, to see if they would be willing to volunteer additional days to deliver the hot meals to the clients. Fortunately, we received back a very positive response, and now our volunteers are delivering hot meals Monday and Tuesday, and they're still delivering frozen meals on Thursdays. But that was an integral component in being able to return to hot, was the cooperation and participation of our volunteers, as well as our site staff. We have 40 nutrition sites where we package and deliver meals from in the 34 communities of Wayne County. So we had to coordinate those efforts with our site staff as well as our volunteers. And then, of course, we had to notify our clients. We had to let them know. Some of our clients have been on the program. They never received hot meals. They came on during the pandemic, and all they know are frozen meals. So we had to let our seniors know and our clients know as well. Lisa, our department director, Lisa, contacted the communities, the senior directors in the communities, to let them know and ask them for their participation and cooperation in reopening the congregate meal sites. So our congregate participants could come and have lunch with their peers in the congregate setting. So there was quite a few steps that were taken. We're phasing it in because this is a transition, and hopefully we will return to hot meals 5 days a week like we used to, and our target date for that completion is the end of September. Monday and Tuesday, this past Monday and Tuesday were our first 2 days of delivering the hot meals, as you can see on the screen. The one hot meal, the pre-pandemic ham dinner was one of the favorites. And then on Monday, the meal that we launched was our crab macaroni salad with coleslaw and a mixed bean salad, and very well received from the feedback that I've received so far. In the pictures on the left, you can see the boxes of frozen meals that had been delivered during the pandemic. So they came all prepackaged, all in a box and frozen, ready to microwave for consumption. We also had to coordinate with our meal provider, Trio Community Meals, our vendor who provides the meal service. They were instrumental in making sure that all of the supplies were replenished at the sites that they need to package the meals in the aluminum trays, serve the meals to the congregate. So they played an integral role as well. And we're very optimistic and very excited about getting back to what we used to do pre-pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There's one thing about it. There's always some learning trees.
Good afternoon. I am Maisha Haddon with Wayne County Senior Services. I'm the department manager. And as our director, Ms. Lisa Whitmore Davis mentioned, I've spearheaded along with my
Ms.
colleagues
Haddon.
the technology implementation and rollout for what we have done as creating a real-time delivery system in the department. So we are able to see in real time when the meals are delivered to our each individual clients, and have done this. We phased in this project beginning August of 2021 and phasing it into our sites. So we have currently 41 nutrition sites, and we have launched 36 of them already. We have 5 more to on board, and that has consisted of over 200 delivery routes and over probably 300 volunteers that have been trained, 41 different site managers, and we've held multiple training sessions with our site managers and site staff and volunteers to assist with this transition from a paper-driven system to an electronic-based driven system. So the goal is to eliminate the paper route sheets so we can be more environmentally friendly and actually more proactive in delivering our service outcomes and more accurate in our delivery mechanisms. The next slide, please. The target date for the completion of this project, we had looked at being next month, which is going to be, the end of June, next month. So on the screen you have in front of you, what we do is each driver is given a tablet to actually deliver the meals. So on that screen is just kind of a screenshot of what the driver sees in the morning. It actually has them an electronic route that they download. They see the current clients that are registered for that day to receive service. They go out and actually mark and deliver those meals, and then they upload that information back to our department. And then that information is seen every day and reviewed every day by our site staff. So it gives us an opportunity to see what's really going on in real time.
You had to do a lot of training too then.
Absolutely. It has been a labor of love, and we've gone through over probably 300 volunteers that we have personally trained between myself and other members of my staff. We've gone out and actually visited and implemented it in site in person with our staff. It has been absolutely wonderful. So we're almost through with the actual implementation of the project. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
All right, we appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Joan.
you guys have really been doing some stuff.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes.
Thank you, Joan, and thank you, Maisha, and thank you to all of our team who may be listening on the call.
Yeah.
And to thank those in the community who serve and provide volunteer service. Those of you who are here in the meeting and commissioners who will come to their desk, we've all made you honorary volunteers of our team because we need you. We need volunteers in especially communities in Inkster. We really have a dire need for volunteers in Inkster, and we are working with our external relations team to help us identify more volunteers. But as Joan mentioned, in our polling, many volunteers and have decided to come back or to come back in a more metered, compressed version, meaning only giving 1 day versus the full amount. And in order for us to ramp up to get to the goal of being back at 5 days, we will need more volunteers to help us in this process. So in closing, I just want to thank this committee and thank you, Chairman Scott, for your support to senior services. We have continued to work every day during the COVID pandemic, and we will continue, and we look forward to our new normal. And as we say inside our department, we're coming in hot. Thank you so much.
So we got some new normals. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, all three of you, for being here. Commissioner Colleen, would you have?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Sure.
Question and a comment. How are the numbers in our Halal meal program going?
Thank you for the question, Commissioner Colleen. We are at about 78 persons who we are serving. We noticed during COVID, our numbers did go up incrementally in the Halal program, and the Halal program will phase in its going back to hot June 1. So we will begin that as well.
I've always suspected that there's more to be served out there than we're actually doing in that program.
Absolutely.
I'd also like, now that I have been drafted as a volunteer.
Yes.
This fact sheet that you gave us.
Yes.
please send a JPEG of this to all commissioners? Because as you well know,
Yes.
Wayne County government and a lot of the things that we do, and we do a number of great things out there, fly below the radar of most of our citizens. And to be able to spread the word on this and to let citizens of Wayne County know more about what we're really doing every day. And this is marvelous, and the work you guys are doing is terrific. But if you could provide all commissioners with a JPEG version of this so we could share it on social media or run it off to take to community groups or whatever, would really love to have that. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yes.
you, Madam Chair.
All of the commissioners and their staff should have a packet, but we will send an electronic. We'll send an electronic one as well. Yes, sir.
On folks to go down and convert it into a JPEG, that'll achieve spotty results.
Yes, yes, it'll be my
Making it as
pleasure.
easy as possible is the way. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Director Whitmore Davis.
Thank you, Commissioner Killeen. Commissioner McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Of the communities that you serve, do you have it broken down into each area, how many seniors you serve? Like in Inkster, you just talked about you needed more volunteers. Is that because they have more than any other community, or do you have it broken down in that way?
I'm gonna let my colleague Maisha attack that, but
Okay.
I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna let her attack.
Okay, thank you.
We are able to break it down by community, so if we can get that information to you. But I know Inkster is just experiencing just a volunteer shortage in general. It is a larger community that we do service, but we did have an experience, a shortcoming of volunteers in that area.
Yeah, and I asked that question because maybe you can, once you have that number, you can reach out to that communities or the communities where you're short. You can reach out to those commissioners directly, and maybe they can put that information in their newsletters to say, hey, guys, you know, we're looking for volunteers for our meals program. And that might help you to get some of those volunteers. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. That'll be good to do, but I did mention it at a meeting that we needed more in Inkster before now, you
Yes.
know,
Right.
but,
Yeah.
But maybe,
but we'll just keep on.
yeah, maybe Glenn Anderson doesn't really know that. And
He
I'm
he
quite
and I met the other day, and he
Great.
has all the information.
great.
He
great.
has the electronic versions of the flyer. I believe the flyer for volunteerism is inside their packet. Okay, it wasn't able to be in there. We'll send that along with the fact sheet so that you can have that. I know the chairman has that flyer, and I shared that with the chairman, but I will because Commissioner Anderson and I talked about that at length, and he's going to put it on his social media and on his newsletters, and also some of his grassroots engagement that he's going to be engaged in.
Yeah, because we could do the same, although you
Absolutely.
don't service, we don't, you know.
Oh, sure.
in
You guys are
Detroit, it is.
countywide.
Right, right.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay.
Right. Thank you so much. And, you know, this is awesome what you all did during COVID. You know, so it did give us a chance to do some other things. Yeah. So, you know, all is not lost. Yeah. So again, thank you so much for being here. And we're just grateful for all that you've been able to do, you know. Yes, yes, indeed. Okay, Madam Clerk.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I don't know of any. Do you have something, Commissioner
I just
McCormick?
wanted to see if the Veterans Director is on the line, or I know he's not here, but anyone from the Veterans Department?
Okay, well, I'll ask if there, I think that's our next one.
So if not, I was just seeking the number of dollars that we've spent, or actually what we have left in the fund that he talked about a couple of meetings ago, the gift cards, and just wanted an update on what we have left, because I know we have a certain amount of time to get that to veterans, and I don't want it to go to waste, so.
Okay, was the Veterans Director on?
No.
Okay, he's not on. Is there anyone in that department that is on?
No.
Okay, they're not. Well, we'll just have to reach out to him. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Are there anyone on that would like to ask some questions? Is there anyone on that would like to ask some questions? By Zoom, by phone? Is there anyone on that would like to ask some questions at this time? Do you have any emails, Madam Clerk?
Just public comments?
Any comments? Uh-huh.
No, I haven't received any emails.
Okay. All right. So if there are no public comments at this time,
Adjournment.
so it's been moved and supported. All in favor? All right. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned. And thank you all so much for being here.